Right, good day watchers, and welcome to another review tonight, and welcome to my channel. And tonight I've been watching a documentary about Matt Busby called Busby. I've had this actually since last year, and I haven't watched it. I thought I'd watch it tonight because I like football. I really do like football. Um, Nottingham Forest are my team, of course. Not Man United, of course, but Man United in the yeah, they had a really good, in the 50s and stuff and whatever. They had a team under Matt Busby that were quite a successful team. Matt Busby was a really well known manager. So anyway, so Matt Busby won and is one of the greatest, most influential football managers of all time. During the 25 years in charge of Manchester United, his charisma, vision, steel revolutionised the beautiful game, turning Manchester United from the second best team in their home city into the one of the most iconic names in sport. His youthful Busby Babe captivated a generation, and after they were decimated by the Munich air crash, he somehow found the strength to rebuild, nurturing superstars like Bobby Charlton and George Best before leading them to European glory. Matt Busby did not change football, he changed the world of sport forever. Directed by Joe Perlman, Busby combines previously unseen footage and interviews with those who knew Busby best, including the remaining Busby Babes are members of the 1968 European winning team, class of '92, and others. So anyway, this is like a 1 hour 38-minute documentary about Matt Busby, of course, and it deals with like ups and downs of his career. So you've got like you see the guy himself in the documentary. It's like you see like the past, and actually I didn't realise that he played for Manchester. He used to play for Manchester City, and then he became manager afterwards of Manchester United, and became pretty successful there, of course. Now that's what I like about these documentaries. You see more about the character, and the thing about Matt Busby, he seems like a good guy too. He wasn't arrogant. He was like a man's man. It was like a character that he didn't have a massive ego and and he was an interesting character, charismatic and stuff, and his dad, of course, I didn't know his dad was like a miner, and he was a footballer at the same time. So yeah, his dad was a footballer and a miner. So he's a miner and a footballer, whatever. So it's an interesting documentary. I was sitting there going, "This is really." It does deals with the Munich air crash, of course, and the tragedy of that, and what happens afterwards, of course. And you do see like the footage of the plane after when it's crashed, and what led up to that disaster, of course. And yeah, it's just crazy, really crazy. And yeah, there's a football called Dunker. He was the last one to die, I think. Yeah, he was the last one to die because he was alive in hospital, right? And then he died. And it was a good football, actually. When you see, you think that guy was a good footballer, Duncan was. And yeah, it's just one of those crazy disasters that's just happened. It's just crazy. With like ups and downs of Manchester United, of course, and the black and white clips are great to watch. Where they're playing football stuff, and it's great. I love watching all football matches. They're just fascinating to watch. The state of the pitch and stuff. When they're like for playing, not like now where the pitch is always raised really nice. But in those days, the pitch was like wet and stuff, and just like muddy and stuff, and it's just great to watch. And yeah, it's a great documentary. It really was, and like I said, it's ups and downs, and him being in charge of Man United for quite a long time. So yeah, there's a back bar, of course. So yeah, yeah, it's fascinating. You actually see George Best and players like that, and crazy. George Best is a good player. He was a fantastic player, he really was. Not about getting a really good player that becomes such a iconic player. George Best was a brilliant player, really was. And what a player, like 15 years old, and when he first started off or something, when they first found him, of course. And I like there's like when you see people talking, there's like people like ex-Man United players talking about Busby. Yeah, really interesting documentary with the clips and stuff and the people talking and ex-players talking about Matt Busby and the experience they had at Manchester United, of course. And so yeah, I really enjoyed this documentary. Really fascinating documentary to watch. Like it's 1 hour 38 minutes, so it's just right. But yeah, it's an interesting character, Matt Busby. Really interesting character. He had a lot of respect and stuff, and even now people, Matt Busby and stuff is yeah, really fascinating. Certain clips that are black and white, and certain parts are colour, which is interesting too. Can you see how old some of the clips are because they're so damn old? So old. You can tell when an old picture, some of it is really old with the way the picture looks and stuff. It's great. Dennis Law, plays like that. It's fascinating, really interesting. And the stories that some of these players tell about Matt Busby and stuff, and they seem to have a lot of respect for him too. At the same time, they could just see it straight away. They have a lot of respect for him, and yeah, really interesting. Really fast. Really enjoyed this documentary. Really enjoyed it. So yeah, I do like football documentaries and stuff. If you actually want to watch a really good documentary, a film about the Munich aircraft crash, watch United. That's a really good film. I watched it like last year, the year before, a while back. I need to watch it again actually because I did a review on it a while back and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really well acted and stuff. It's got a guy from Mission Impossible on it. He's in it, in the villain, and it's a really interesting documentary. Even if you're not a football fan, I think people who like drama and stuff and true stories, and they'll like it. It's really good. But I watched it, I thought that was excellent documentary, that movie that one was. So yeah, it's definitely worth a watch. Watch this first, and then you probably watch that after. So it's fascinating stuff there. What I disliked about this? I didn't dislike anything about this documentary. I thought they did a really good job with it. I thought the way they did the camera kind of goes in. It's like in a room, like people. So when someone's talking, they're in this you see this empty room, with. It's like a setup of they're trying to recreate a room from the past, or like the Munich air crash, like the plane and stuff. So you got the plane, and then it's like a reconstruction of that, and some of the rooms where Matt Busby used to sit in the office and stuff. They kind of do that and I do really like that. I thought that was really fascinating. I couldn't understand that at first. And I thought, yeah, because it's got Matt Busby's name on the thing. And I thought that was really interesting. So yeah, fascinating to watch documentary. It's definitely worth watching. I did like that. I did like the way they did that. And the football clips are fantastic. The old players and stuff. And you see what it's like in the 50s. So anyway, so seeing the past of the players and stuff is fascinating. Tragedy at the same time, ups and downs. Like I said, it's fascinating to watch. So yeah, it's like when you have a team getting killed, some of the players getting killed. They have to rise from. Yeah, so yeah, fascinating documentary. So what I liked about it was the old clips from the past and some of the these stories that some of the players told about Matt Busby. I thought that was really fascinating. So that's what I liked about it. So yeah, so the rating I'm going to give this documentary, Busby, is a 4 out of 5. I really liked it. Definitely worth a watch. If you like a good football documentary, perfect. So yeah, so 4 out of 5 for Busby. And like I said, if you want to watch another about the Munich air crash, watch a film called United. Really good film. So yeah, 4 out of 5 for Busby. So many people, I'm going to go off now. Remember to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to go off now. Remember to subscribe to my channel, and I'm going to watch. Have a nice day, have a nice week, and remember to watch my other film or one of the reviews that I've done in a while back. So that was actually, I haven't done this for a while actually, one of my reviews. So yeah, I thought I'd do one tonight. So anyway, have a nice day, have a nice week, take a look at yourself, and remember to subscribe to Retribution Prime and enjoy my videos. Thank you very much.